Atlanta is the most unequal city in the country. The people that have privilege and the people that don't are living in the same 285 perimeter with each other, but living two completely different lives in the same city. In the state of Georgia, it is legal to be able to ask for a previous pay salary, for example. So what that looks like is people that already have a backseat are going to continue to have a backseat. We need our elected leaders to earn our trust. Earning that trust looks like showing up in our communities, listening to what we have to say, and getting an understanding of why people don't trust what is happening to hopefully build what that symbiotic relationship between us and our political officials should be.
I think our systems are failing people of color. For me and the work that I do in working with victims of domestic violence over many years, what I have seen over and over again and what all of the research tells us is that violence is perpetrated disproportionately and domestic violence disproportionately impacts women of color, people of color, and marginalized communities. What I want our elected leaders to know is we need you to show up for us, to ensure that we have economic security, that people working have a wage that allows them to afford rent in their community, or more importantly, to buy a house at some point. We need to make sure that all Georgians can afford their health care. I would like our elected officials to do what they can to make sure that, they're showing up for Georgians.
As Dr. Fauci says, the cavalry is coming, but they're not here yet. So making sure that when the vaccines are distributed, that those communities that are underserved and are disproportionately affected by COVID-19 get the vaccine. But even before that, we have to make sure that Black and Brown communities are comfortable and trust the vaccine. It's heartbreaking. Your kids walk out the door and you're nervous that they're not going to come back. Watching our boys and men being killed it takes a mental toll on our community. And so when we think about healthcare, I want to make sure that we also think about how we help our community deal with the killings.
There is still this tremendous racial wealth gap, as well as a gender wealth gap. Women have been underpaid for years. I mean, white women make 82 cents for every dollar that a man makes, and Black women are at the bottom of that ladder, making much less than that. I have a lot of health concerns, the incredible maternal mortality rate in this state, and who's going to be in line for the vaccine once we have it. So the first thing I would say to an elected official who didn't look like me was to listen, to just shut up and listen. I would also tell them to step aside, because I think over the next few years, there will be more and more people of color and all women who will be elected and who will have a voice.